think it had quite a slowish start, and then I think since Meghan came in, bam. I think since the whole Adam and him moving from girl to girl to then Meghan coming in, I think those two have been brilliant characters in there, like really good. I would go back in, yeah, I'd definitely do it a little bit differently. I've got no regrets on how I did the show, but yeah, maybe I'd just be more outgoing and like just go for it rather than sitting back and thinking, am I ready, am I not? Like, now I definitely would go for it. But nothing is ever set up, nothing is scripted, no one ever says, right, we want you to say this. Maybe if they said like, oh, we didn't quite catch that, can you do it again? That's as far as it would ever go. But yeah, it's not set up at all. They literally just leave you to it, and otherwise I think that takes away the whole Love Island experience. If you're all sat there and you can tell that someone's trying to say something that they've got to remember to say, I think that'd show through straight away. I think everyone just say what they feel at the time. But Meghan is actually my guilty pleasure. Like, I love watching her. Like, I just see so many qualities in Meghan that I'm like, I wish I had a little bit more of that. You know how she's so like ballsy, isn't she? Like, I'd probably get on with her more than any of the boys. I think Jack and Danny are going to win. I think they've been coupled up from day one. I think they're really into each other. They're just so funny together as well. They make everyone laugh. So yeah, I think they're really cute. Just because I think she's very good with how she speaks. I think when she's in the beach hut, her interviews are really good. I think she'll have a really good career. I still do think they are like so real, like they really are, and I think they deserve to win. But you know what? I really see a really strong connection with Kaz and Josh. Like, that sexual like chemistry is there, like the way they look at each other and touch each other. It's like, you know, when you first get in that relationship and you can't keep your hands off that person, it's like that, like the way they are with each other. I just think you two are really into each other. You can just tell, even by like the way they kiss. And it wasn't hard for Josh either to move from obviously Georgia to make that decision. So yeah, he's obviously done it for the right reasons, which I'm happy about. At the time, because Georgia was obviously so upset, I think everybody watching it was like, how could he do that to her? Like, she was so loyal, as she says. So at the time, everyone was like, what the hell are you doing, Josh? Like, no, you can't treat her like that. Her intentions of being loyal are good, I do. I think she always wants to be a good friend. She always wants to get on with the girls and not do anything to hurt anybody. I just don't think she thinks about what she's doing at the time. It's like the kiss. So she did go in for a second kiss. Like, obviously we've all seen that. Maybe she's just got like a selective memory, I'm not sure, but I want them to show it, Laura. Like, show the clip. Get a pop-up TV and show the clip. No, I think she's believing her own lies. I think she genuinely believes that they both just kissed each other, but when you do actually watch it back, he does go to avoid her and go for a cheek, and then she does go in again. So I mean, everything happens so quick in there as well that she probably thinks that they did just both kiss, and now she's sort of believing it herself. If you didn't step forward for him, if you were allowed to step forward and you didn't, you would need a white stick. Like, it was literally like, yeah, you're gonna step forward for him. And his personality, as well, as you got to know him, he was still as attractive. And then obviously I saw all the antics with how he treated Rosie, and I did sort of relate to Rosie. So when I sat there and she was getting upset and sort of saying, well, he's making me feel this way, what I saw in her face, I was like, that's how I felt. You know, like he would say to me like, oh, you're insecure, so like you're moving quite slow, I'm gonna go to Rosie. It was sort of like an excuse to jump to Rosie. And then he said to Rosie, oh, you're moving too quick. I'm like, you're using us as like excuses to want to move on. But saying all that, he has done it right, because if it wasn't right for him, then that's fair enough. And he did seem to really like Zara. I met Zara at an event and she really is into him. She really does like him. She spoke to his family while he was in there. They were all really, really close. And I can genuinely see how much Zara likes Adam. I just hope that Adam doesn't stray, because I think he found it hard to control himself with like 4 girls in the villa. He's got like thousands and thousands of girls now. So I'm just like, prove me wrong, Adam. We've had a little chat. We were saying how hard and easy we found it. He said that he found it a lot easier than he thought he was gonna. And he was saying that like we should definitely catch up. So he was telling me that he had his first PA somewhere the other night. I can't remember where he said, but yeah, it was so lovely to speak to him, because obviously we didn't speak straight away. I was out, then I had to sit and watch him on there, and then obviously he was taken out. So yeah, not romantically, no. I just see Niall as a friend, and I think he sees me the same way as well. I think he's I don't know, he's a little bit younger than me, and yeah, I just think we're both in like 2 completely different places, but I get on so well with him. He's obviously put a post on Instagram explaining everything, so straight away, like obviously we all messaged him and like wishing him well and things like that. So I think it was very brave of him to do that as well and let everybody know what has gone on. But yeah, I hope everything goes well for him. Now, I was really close to Samira when I was in there. We were really good friends. But when she made out to Laura that she didn't know anything about the whole Meghan talking to Wes thing, and she was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And I'm like, you told her to do it, Samira. You egged Meghan on and said, go on. And I'm like, I think Samira, what it is with Samira, she just wants to say what people want to hear. And I don't think she does it maliciously, but I think sometimes it does come across a little bit like snaky. It's like, no, just be brutal with them, and not brutal, but be honest rather than trying to tell people what they want to hear. I go to Morrison's for Weetabix and people down the cereal aisle are like, can I have a selfie? I'm like, yeah, okay. I'd like to focus my energy. I think I'm better with modelling. So I would like to go down that route. I'm really into like fashion, designing, things like that. So yeah, I probably would go down that route.
Oh, wow. Go!
The stuff in the school at home goal. No!